Hey guys, welcome back to Hanging Out with Lori. I am sure glad you're here today. It is early Monday morning. And I have the cat snooping around, so you might hear noise. It's him. But anyways, you guys are here for Weekly Product Pan. Weekly Product Pan was created by Becky over at Becky Loves Kanga. It is where we randomly select an item to work on throughout the week. A lot of people do Weekly Product Pan or a variation of Weekly Product Pan. How I choose to do Weekly Product Pan is I randomly select an item and then I use it every time I wear makeup. Since I don't wear makeup all the time, I do I choose to use it in every look because of that. You guys, I hope you're well. I hope that cat does not knock my setup because I will be upset with him. Last week I drew the Emerald palette by Beauty Creations. Can you guys see that? I was really excited to pull this palette last week because I had not even swatched this palette, let alone used it on my eyes, played with it. So I was really excited to pull this palette. And the shade I pulled was this beautiful, it's kind of a reddish brown shade, and they don't have names, but it is this one right here. I pulled this reddish brown, and guys, I love red and I want to wear red eyeshadow really bad, but if I learned anything this week, it's that red eyeshadow of, you know, whether it's reddish brown, whether it's a bright red, it makes my eyes look like they're bleeding. So last week's draw of that reddish brown by Beauty Creations in the Emerald palette just broke my heart, since it looked horrible on me. So I do have it on today. It is highly covered, but I do have it on. You could probably see it some in the crease area. I don't know, I don't have my glasses on, so, but even that area where I've blended and blended and blended in order to, you know, kind of mute it, I even took some powder to soften it up some more. So, but I did play with other shades in this palette. I have, you can probably see it in the corner. It's actually packed all over my lid, and then I have a pigment over the top of that. But I have this dark forest green that's on my lid that you can probably see in the outer corner. I did put some of this wine shade to see if that would help that reddish brown, and that I just put in my crease area, and it did help some. But the Emerald palette is a nice palette. You do have to you know, it isn't just a one and done palette. You do have to work with it to blend out the shades. Some of them are patchy, but it is a nice palette. So the color last week was a dud, but not the palette. The palette was nice. So let's draw for next week. So, and hopefully we will not get another red. Crossing fingers. All right. My numbers have gone up since we drew last week. Yes, they have gone up. So this week we have 2,416 items to draw from. The number we drew this week is 1072. Let me pull up what that is. All right, what we pulled is an eyeshadow by MAC in their Fashion Fanatic palette. Let me go pull that palette and I will show you the shade that I have drawn. And I'm praying it's not a red. Cross your fingers, people, cross your fingers. I'll be right back, hold on. Okay, that was not as hard as I thought it would be to find this palette. I found the palette fairly quickly. I thought I would have to dig for a while, but I did not, which is a good thing. So this week is in the palette Fashion Fanatic by MAC. I do believe I received this as a gift from a friend. I do believe I have a few other MAC palettes, so I'm having difficulty remembering which one was my gift. But I think this one is it. And I'm looking because, for those of you who do not know, MAC puts the name of their eyeshadows on this eyeshadow cover, which is all good and well, except it's hard to figure out which shade it is. So let me hold that in there. What I drew is the shade Totally Fierce. It is this peach shade right here. So that is good. It is not a red. That's better. You can see it there better. This is what the whole palette looks like. It's a pretty palette. Let me swatch Totally Fierce for you. I have not used this palette. Okay, let me be honest. I haven't used a lot of my palettes. So, okay, the first swatch you guys can barely see, so I'm going to swatch it a second time. So, because if I put it up close, the camera on the phone just goes crazy. Okay, that is Totally Fierce. Totally Fierce. That's pretty peach. It has kind of a sheen to it. So I do like it. I am excited to play with it for the next week. And in fact, I'll probably play with this palette like I did the Emerald palette. Just since I have not used it before, why not play with it a little? I may steer clear of that pink/red that is in it, but I might not, you know. A girl cannot fear an eyeshadow. A girl must embrace it and find a way to make it work. So that is all I have for you for Weekly Product Pan, crazy as it was. That is what I have for you this week. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and yeah, I'm gonna be packing most of the week, so whatever you are doing, I hope it's funner than packing. You guys take good care of yourself. Be safe, and I will see you on the next one.